Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kurak Kadash. Oh, praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to your apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called Black Latinos, the Spanish, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, a so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. And I got some videos lined up talking about AI, robotics, human, all that surveillance and all that other shit. Anyway, the New World Order being built up. Yep. And it's gonna be how can I say it? Pretty much it's all coming down to that chip implant, the mark of the beast. Anyway, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture, my best ability to say whatever God say through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak Dash, Lord wanna be on and they get it.
I think probably the biggest outcome of this meeting is going to be a lot of Fox News grandmas realizing just how behind we are technologically, how much more advanced China is at this point, because Brett Baer is there on the ground doing all this like on the ground reporting. One of the big things they think.
I mean, they be advanced out in the shit. That's another thing they're going to be trying to push. China is so advanced. We have to play catch up. It's the race for the technology. So, and that means they're going to speed up the chip implants. They're going to speed up surveillance. They're going to speed up what China has when it comes to the surveillance and the all that shit. They going to, United States going to go on an overhaul with their shit.
Made a big deal about the fact they illegally parked for 2 minutes and got a ticket right away, which, for the law and order people, they should be happy about that, right?
Dream. That's my dream.
I knew you would like that.
Yeah.
If Palantir was doing it here, they'd be celebrating this marvel of efficiency, but since it's China, it's the authoritarianism.
That is my dream, is to ticket these illegal parkers, red light runners. Some kid rang my doorbell the other day with no soliciting. I'm like, this motherfucker.
I was like, buddy.
Okay.
Such a crotchety old man. But in any case, he also went to one of these just little, you said this is sort of like a 7-Eleven competitors, and they have the humanoid autonomous robots there that are serving the goods. And so this was all, broadcast to Fox News audience. This is A10. Let's go ahead and take a look at this from Brett Baer.
Our food order to a very special worker. This is the Family Mart convenience store in Beijing. Inside is a Galbot robot, the dominance of AI. Beijing is trying to lead the way in AI and also in humanoid robots. Let's go inside. This is the first of its kind for this kind of interaction. If you want to order something, hello, can I get a sausage, please?
Okay. Kaochan, 8.8 yuan.
This is the first of its kind, moving a little slow, but Galbot is actually in 50 different pharmacies, warehouses handling 300,000 orders around the country. This is the first of its kind here, and they say there are going to be many different iterations. The question is, it's the same thing that the U.S. is dealing with. Will this replace human workers?
Damn ads. Yes, it will replace human warriors. Goodness gracious, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, this is an area where they are decidedly ahead of us on the humanoid robot front. And, my understanding in terms of the attitude towards the population in China versus here on technology, they're much more enthusiastic in China. There's not the same level of reticence because here we see the way that, these AI oligarchs are trying to screw us and bragging about how they're going to take all our jobs,
They just have a different social contract.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's exactly right. And they have really focused on a very different AI strategy too, where yes, they're trying to be at the leading edge, and DeepSeek has been very successful in other models as well, and much more efficiently. Doesn't require the vast amounts of compute and electricity and water and everything that ours is just this sort of brute force approach. But they've also focused a lot on how do we integrate the technology that we have right now into practical uses so that this is actually being deployed and is not just some pie in the sky investment for the future for some future prospect. So in any case, like I said, this is basically what Pate predicted with us yesterday. He's like, what's going to come out of this is all of these reporters and politicians are going to they're going to see the gleaming electric vehicles, they're going to see modern cities, they're going to see advanced technology, and they're going to be be floored by it. And the American public, which has been so propagandized about China or any of our adversaries, will also see some of this on their television sets of like, oh, it's not the U.S. that's leading the world on every technological front at this point. You go into these cities and you are seeing things that we do not have here. That is a very different dynamic than what most Americans have in their mind about China.
Yeah, but either way, what they have is social credit score systems, surveillance. Where I don't know how advanced that shit is, but and what the Americans gonna be simple enough to be like, hey, that's not fair. Y'all lied about China being so low and when it's not, they lack of technological advancements. We want to be technologically advanced. No, the fuck you don't. Not on the level of China. And you damn when you know this shit gonna lead to that chip implant. But anyway.
Very true. And okay, so Family Mart. I mean, if you've never been, so it's a Japanese company, Family Mart. It's kind of like 7-Eleven if you've ever been there. I mean, I just want people to take a look. It's clean. It's nice. There's no there's no coffee stains that are anywhere. When you order.
Well, that's Japan, man. Them niggas are always trying to be clean. These niggas always about being nice and clean and organized. That's aiming for you.
You get what you want. They don't need a security guard. The idea that anybody would steal is preposterous, right? It's like ludicrous that somebody would try to steal from something like that. And if they do, they're going to get caught instantly. Now, there's a very different social contract. Like I was saying earlier, everybody there acquiesces to an immense amount of digital surveillance. So you were talking about the immediate ticketing that's happening. That's just like the tip of the iceberg. The ability to cross the street, your face is all being scanned. People make a big deal about social credit. But it actually goes much deeper than that, like the ability to transit even inside of the country, your ability to move between cities, like that's all pretty restricted, or at the very least, like you need permission from somebody. Most
Well, it's going to be in America.
Americans would have no ability to acquiesce to that. They have a different culture than ours. A lot of the current people who are alive, their generation, they came from the chaos of the Cultural Revolution, and then imagine what their grandparents and others people had to live through: genuine poverty, civil war, Japanese World War II, like immense death and famine. So for them, like order is the thing that must be preserved above all costs because they have lived. I mean, do you know anybody who died in a famine? No. Over there, you probably do. Knows at least.
I'm trying to figure out, are these niggas promoting this shit or what? Man, get the fuck out of here. Is this nigga here promoting and saying, I guess he's saying that America needs the same thing too. That would it sound like to me. Anyway, let's get to the next video. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in China with their robots. Shit. Of course we've seen this before, but shit, you're gonna see more of it. You're gonna see these robots walking down the streets of America or any other country besides China. They don't want to look different from this. Some are gonna be looking more menacing. Yeah, this the one that's known to do that nigga drop kick the CEO. I think that's one of them robots. Yeah, that son of a bitch did a hook kick or something. I don't know. Kicked the shit out of one of the CEOs. The creator, or not say creator, but the CEO. Nigga had all that damn protection gear, and that nigga did a damn I don't know what kind of thrust kick, a forward thrust kick on his ass, and almost fucked his ass up. Now they gotta use them same robots for this shit, policing the streets. Does his hands open up, or they just stay looking like it's clutched like a fist, and probably keep it clutched like a fist for the whole time and until it gets to the point of punching somebody head off their neck. Yeah, that's why them fists stay clutched or clenched or clutch. I can't pronounce the word. Real time Valentine Street. They're collecting people's faces. It's called the T800Q. Alright, anyway. What is this about? I guess this is in America. Was a humanoid robots of Southwest flight sparks instant airline policy change.
In life.
I don't wanna hear this shit.
Well, it was a first and maybe a last. Dallas business owner's flight over the weekend was so unusual.
And see, they trying to warm people up with this robot shit. Especially the friendly face robot that's waving with the soft plush hands, with the big cartoonish eyeballs, LEDs on the screen, and like, hey, how you doing? Shit.
Has literally resulted in an immediate policy change by Southwest Airlines. What could this be? Well, it's because a business owner was accompanied by a humanoid robot. Our JD Miles with a story that you'll only see right here on CBS News Texas.
Everything was in place
Stewie, we're going on a plane.
for Aaron Medizita to pull off something that he's pretty sure hasn't been done before.
What if we actually try to be compliant, follow all the rules, and have...
Oh, what is that on his head? What's this on his head? What's that on his head? It's a fucking beanie. It's a little beanie on his top of his head. Anyway.
Stewie board a flight.
The owner of the...
Yeah, why the hell he got it? Like, anybody has to know who he is. Anyway.
Robot Studio was flying back to Dallas
Look at the little dork. What the fuck he doing?
from Vegas over the weekend.
They might as well put a little small cap on that little fucking weird ass robot.
When he decided to bring his humanoid named Stewie along with him, rather
Stewie. And put a cap on it. Take that fucking shit on.
than sending the 3.5-foot tall robot on a cargo transport plane.
You actually bought Stewie a ticket.
Yes, we bought him a ticket.
Oh my goodness. These small hats are weird as fuck. He even bought a ticket for the little. It's like his service robot. It's his service robot. Shit. Then he gonna probably have one be a sex robot. Shit.
The airlines have a type of ticket you can buy for a wedding dress or some piece of equipment.
All it took was a much smaller battery that would successfully pass through security so Stewie could strut through the gate on the way to
That nigga strapped with a bomb.
a plane bound for Love Field.
I had the perfect window seat. Clouds like cotton candy, everyone snapping selfies with me.
Video of Stewie walking to his seat resulted in some strange reactions from fellow passengers, to say the least,
That nigga can't fit to that aisle.
including flight attendants.
Well, I don't know what to do with that.
I think people were shocked overall that this was even possible. Most people were very excited to see a robot flying. It provided so much entertainment, and it was great.
Stewie is one of several humanoids found at the Robot Studio in North Dallas that can be rented for conferences, parties, and other events. Stewie was powered down for most of the flight and arrived home thinking it would be the first of many.
Yeah, Stewie sat on the plane like a regular passenger.
But within 2 days, Southwest
That
Airlines
nigga sound like a mo. Shit. You know that nigga gotta be a small hat.
sent out a safety alert about a new policy on transporting robots, saying that Southwest Airlines no longer allows human-like or animal-like
Oh no, they're being anti-Semitic to a robot.
robots to be transported in the cabin or as checked baggage.
Cause you know that motherfucker probably say, hey, y'all being anti-Semitic to my robot. They're like, nigga, it's a fucking robot, he ain't Jewish. Or they put the small cap on, now he's Jewish.
Regardless of size or purpose.
So are you surprised?
But see, they let that now the policies, the policy changed. But it worked for him though because he's a small hat. He can sue your ass. Hell, his uncle owns well, no, he don't.
To see Southwest
They can sue their ass, Southwest Airlines.
reaction to this?
We think all robots should be allowed to fly provided they comply with the battery restrictions.
In a statement to CBS News Texas, Southwest says, to ensure compliance with our guidelines for traveling safely with lithium-ion batteries, Southwest clarified its baggage policy to include robotic devices.
It's not a battery policy because the battery we used is essentially a laptop battery.
Medizita hopes Southwest will reconsider.
That's a lie. Them niggas lying. Them niggas lying like hell. That nigga that using a fucking, that's like a damn 1,000 watt hour battery is packed in this little sucker.
Consider and will eventually allow Stewie and other humanoids back on board.
It's a total conspiracy, I swear.
Yeah, they being anti-Semitic to this Stewie.
They don't want us robots peeking at the clouds, seeing what's really up there. My dreams got clipped faster than a bad haircut.
In Dallas, J.D. Miles.
Yeah, all they gotta do is put a small cap on his head and then he can pass through that shit anytime. They can't say shit to him. Shit. Next video.
With the perfect kick for steak and shrimp bucatini, Olive Garden's new Calabrian sauce just may become your new favorite homemade sauce.
Fucking goodness,
Then
I
again,
don't
we're
care.
family. With the
Oh man, I gotta watch this shit again. Oh my god, I gotta watch this shit again. I have to watch this shit.
perfect kick for steak and shrimp bucatini, Olive Garden's new Calabrian sauce just may become your new favorite homemade sauce. Then again, we're family, and families don't pick favorites. Okay, maybe they do.
Inside the ex-humanoid plant in Beijing, a new generation of robots is taking shape. Step by step, the robots are assembled, tested, and then programmed. They're big, bulky, ready to run or crawl.
Man, they look like that could be one for the battlefield.
Through hazardous terrain.
It looks aggressive. It's marching. Should it be seen as something that is going to be maybe part of your military one day?
Yes.
No, no.
No, yes. They full of shit, bitch.
We don't want the robots.
Because Esau, damn well, hell is a weapon. And Moab is the same as Esau. They gonna want to weaponize these motherfuckers. Especially when the Lord returns.
To do that, we want robots to help people.
The company says these robots will make living easier by helping humans.
Especially when the Lord lift up a standard too.
And could even be used in emergency situations.
So when you talk about helping out in the house, give me some examples, like help watch the children, help maybe elderly residents, clean dishes. I mean, what is it going to do?
The elderly, maybe, because less and less people want to have kids nowadays.
It's clear there's still a lot of experimenting going on, including this silicone-like face on the humanoid head.
What is this?
It's a bionic face.
It's a freak of nature, that's what it is.
It's because in the future we want the robot to have more.
Shit.
Temperature. So we want it also look like human.
So you're going to put these faces, these heads on the robots?
Yeah, in the future.
Ex-Humanoid says these robots are still 3 to 5 years from hitting the market. Most of the functions we saw were controlled by remote, but the goal is full autonomy.
There is a big gap between what they can do physically and what they can do autonomously. This is where they need the training data and they need the improvements in the AI.
But China is closing that gap with startling speed. At a recent half marathon pitting Chinese humanoids besides real-life runners, a robot named Lightning won the race, finishing in just 50 minutes and 26 seconds. A record-breaking pace, and a huge leap from last year's race.
Boom! What a fucking joke.
Where many models barely maintain their balance. Off the track, the technology is already being put to work in major cities. China has robots managing traffic at busy intersections. It's all part of an all-out sprint for tech.
Now from falling on their face, they had them same robots running. Now these niggas are working with nunchuckles. They doing front somersault flips and all kind of shit.
Dominance. Just like with EVs, solar panels, and cell phones, China is flooding the zone with more than 150 companies trying to outproduce the rest of the world. One part of the industry that is already bringing in cash, rent-a-robot.
Hey man, the Lord, goddamn, what is it? What that scripture at? I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but it just got me saying, want me to say this. Where is it at? Where is it in Joel chapter 3 verse 10, but I'm just skipping on down to where it says, let the weak say I am strong. Yeah, the Lord is pretty much he's giving more of Moab more knowledge and getting ahead of the game above America or Edom. Shit.
China, these pint-sized humanoids are delivered straight to your door.
Oh, Stewie, he's back.
Like this soccer-playing robot we rented. A little rusty.
Oh my goodness, that nigga Stewie is a piece of shit.
First.
Oh my goodness, what a piece of shit.
But after a few face plants, this little guy finds his footing and he can kick around. Even scoring some goals.
We thank you for watching. And
he can kick your head off your neck too. Shit.
own wealth measured in generations.
Tesla's robo-taxi service is experiencing significant operational problems in Texas, raising questions about CEO Elon Musk's ambitious vision for a near future full of driverless cars. Reuters testing in Dallas, Houston, and Austin found long wait times exceeding 30 minutes, limited availability, and navigation problems. In one case, a 20-minute trip in Dallas stretched to nearly 2 hours. The service remains confined to those 3 Texas cities, despite Musk predicting last July that robo-taxis would serve half the U.S. population by the end of 2025. Much of Tesla's 1.6
The Johnny Cab. The thing, the Johnny Cab from Total Recall, the first one.
trillion-dollar valuation hinges on investor belief that the company will soon unleash a vast fleet of robotaxis. But analysts say the expansion is moving slower than expected, with Musk now describing a more cautious approach to avoid injuries or fatalities. In the meantime, experts have raised concerns about the technology's limits, including Peter Stone, a computer science professor at the University of Texas at Austin.
People, at least so far, tend to be much better at unexpected situations and being able to reason about, like, sort of something that you've never seen before, but be able to, sort of figure out on the fly what to do. Especially if you're using a machine learning-based system, it relies critically on the training data that's been given. And if you come up with a completely what's known as out of distribution, which is sort of a code word for just new or novel situation, then it's going to be much more difficult for a software-based system to react than people are.
Police in Austin said Tesla's robo-taxis tend to ignore posted speed limits, noting that vehicles in test rides last year drove 5 miles per hour above the speed limit. Since August, Tesla has reported 15 robo-taxi crashes in Austin to federal regulators. Most did not involve injuries, but one involved someone being sent to the hospital. Tesla has requested that all information about the incidents be kept confidential, according to police. Tesla did not respond to Reuters' requests for comment.
And I said, well, you're going to have to get a warrant if you want anything else, and I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And that's when he got mad.
Everyone's the same. You have a warrant. You have a warrant. This is being videotaped.
So it says, tell them to get the fuck off. Wow. Oh, yeah, I remember this. This is about the, I think something about a flock camera. I didn't even know. I'm not expecting. I don't know what to expect from this video.
This is Corporal Charles Mills of the Cherokee, Georgia Sheriff's Office, just nonchalantly walking up this woman's front steps, about to barge into her home through her front door, knocking back her juvenile child without a warrant. So why was Corporal Mills barging into this woman's home, and what was his claimed justification for doing so when he did not have a warrant? Well, it started a day or two earlier, where Corporal Mills claims to have seen this guy on a motorcycle, and he wanted to catch up with the guy, and he wanted to pull him over, he wanted to arrest him, but he never did. He didn't know who he was. But this guy apparently really loves his authoritarian surveillance systems, and he uses flock cameras, which he apparently loves and uses often, to get a bunch of photographs of this motorcycle, which he believes is Natasha's adult son, who's like 21 years old. Now, that adult son does not live at this home with Natasha. Corporal Mills is aware of this fact.
Where does he stay when he's here?
Oh, yeah, I remember this. This was like some months ago. And this was going to be like in America.
And he's living in that apartment with the girl. But is this your girl's house? No, this is mom's house. It is mom.
And the way that woman was dressed, too, that's another thing. You don't know what the fuck is up with these cops. They can have the spirit of rape. Raping. Shit, I ain't gonna say grape. I know this shit gonna be on YouTube, but shit, these pigs the 3 little pigs be in the spirit of raping.
Yeah.
So Mills goes to her house, and he wants to continue questioning the son. So he goes up and he rings
Wait a minute, the last one was at nighttime. This nigga come back again. What the fuck?
the doorbell. He knocks on the door. There's no answer. She's not home.
We were out.
He probably coming to see her. The stalking ass nigga.
I took the little kids to like Jumping World, a trampoline park. We were at the trampoline park and my son asked for a ride home, which was like a stoplight down.
Right, where's the husband at? Where's the man at? That nigga stalking her. What were they doing?
And so we grabbed him and we came home.
And as they pull in, guess who's waiting for them? It's Corporal Mills. And he's actually like blocking them from properly pulling into their driveway.
This is my home and I have young kids here, so I was just like, you're going to have to go away essentially unless you have a warrant. So he got mad, and in response, it was, I'm going to get a warrant to arrest your son, which didn't make much sense to me, because why didn't you just do that 10 minutes ago and arrest him at work? Why are you doing that at my house? But as soon as he opened the door and went in, he told my kids that they were, everybody was detained to get out of the house.
Oh, now it's nighttime. Okay, never mind.
I just kept asking him, do you have a warrant? And I was calling 911 at the same time. And about that time, 911 answered. And when I went to talk
You're like, where's the man of the house?
The 911 operator, he snatched me up and took my phone away and told me I was under arrest.
You're hindering my investigation.
Big Brother is watching. There are literally cameras everywhere in Beijing. We are outside the Haidian station, and
we were watching this nigga early. There you go, right there. The first one.
I can count at least 20 on this corner. In fact, in Beijing, they've added 1,500 cameras just this year alone. They see everything. There's nobody.
See, this is what we coming down to. Yep. As you see, these saints should get an advantage before we're not eating of his devices. And we can becoming China. China. Trump says, oh my goodness, we have to keep up with the race for AI and all that other stuff, because China's so advanced. We gotta beat China. So we gotta hurry up, warp speed on the tech shit and the chip implants. Warp speed.
Jaywalking here because they could get a ticket right away. In fact, our driver parked illegally for 2 minutes, and he got a message on his phone that he got a ticket for about $40 US.
And these niggas want to promote this shit like this is something that we need over in America. This is great. This be convenient. Convenient for the ruling people, the people that's in power.
Because they saw it on the camera. Now, there are real questions what the CCP's goal is about citizen tracking and social scoring. They say it's to make everybody feel safe. These cameras are...
Yes, and Americans, y'all niggas gonna use that same excuse too, and the UK or whoever else gonna use that same. Any country that's talking about freedom all the damn time, y'all gonna push that shit is that to keep people safe.
Watching every minute. They're everywhere. And while they're watching us here in China, we hope you continue to watch. Special report from Beijing.
I don't think anybody realizes how big of a deal what Flock just did under our noses again. So you already know about the cameras, and one could say this is arguably worse. They went to all the state governments and they said, we want to set up gunshot detectors and we want to use tax money to do so because it will make your citizens safer. Most governments said yes. So they get them installed everywhere and they're supposed to just detect gunshots. Well, a couple days ago, they again push an over-the-air update. No new hardware installed, same machines to turn every single one into a mic that's using AI to pick up every fucking word you say on the street. And guess what the feature's called? It's called detecting human voices in distress, and the only way to do that is to listen to every word that we're saying at all times and process it with AI, and they're going to sell that data to whomever wants to pay the most for it.
Everywhere, and increased surveillance everywhere. Yeah. There's an organization called...
Damn, am I subscribed to this channel? Yeah, I am. I just didn't know. Oh, this is Jailbreak Overlander. No wonder. That's what's his name? Richie from Boston. I haven't seen any of his videos in a minute.
D-Flock, who semi-well known now, I guess, if you're interested in this stuff, who take a fairly aggressive approach in terms of counting the number of cameras and having a Discord channel where they talk about potential, activities to move against Flock and stop it expanding. What do you think of that organization and the way they go about their business?
Yeah, so I think there's really two groups of activists. You've got organizations like the ACLU and the EFF who take an above-board approach to fight for their point of view. And thankfully, we live in a beautifully democratic, capitalistic country where we can fight in court. And I have a lot of respect for those groups because they have reasonable debates and we follow the law. And then unfortunately there's terroristic organizations like D-Flock, whose primary motivation is chaos. They are closer to Antifa than they are anything else. And that I think is unfortunate because we don't want chaos, or I don't want chaos. I like law and order. I like a society that has a bedrock of safety. So for those groups, I think it's just disappointing that they haven't chosen a more constructive mannerism to try to get what they want, which they have a right to have, but that's why we have a democratically elected process, right? Like we're not forcing Flock on anyone. Elected officials know that as a community, you want to be safe. As a family, you want to be safe. And Flock is the best way to create a safe community.
I'm not sure D-Flock would agree with the terroristic label that you put on them, but
This is a flock safety camera, a solar-powered, pole-mounted system designed to capture 6 to 12 images of passing vehicles along with metadata like time, location, and vehicle attributes. But the camera is only the edge of the system. That data moves through encrypted cellular links into Flock OS, the central platform where events are stored, indexed, and searched. From there, the software layer comes online. Tools like Flock Nova analyze patterns across location. The National LPR network enables authorized cross-agency searches. Freeform allows natural language queries across massive data sets. An investigations manager organizes timelines and case workflows. The hardware expands beyond cameras too. Mobile security trailers, acoustic detection sensors.
Yeah, what's them things? Hold on.
It's beyond cameras too. Mobile security.
These damn things that be at these parking lots. I know where they store damn near all of them. It's a building that's behind the John Deere building I normally take my equipment to get worked on. They got like probably 30 or 40 of them suckers out there in the back of the building. Yep. Anyway, I just want to bring that up.
Security trailers, acoustic detection sensors, and drone systems like DFR and Aerodome can all feed into the same platform. What looks like a single roadside camera is actually one node inside a much larger software-driven network, connecting sensors, analytics, and response tools across thousands of communities.
Tonight, we get a little glimpse into the dystopian future. A Coloradan keeps getting pulled over because Flock surveillance cameras tell police he has an active warrant. He doesn't, but he can't convince the surveillance network to leave him alone. Our Spencer Soysher has that.
Hey, man, that's a lot of you Jakes can be dealing with. Especially with facial recognition saying you fit the description of this person. But you're not that person. But they want to say that you are. Clearly you're not that person. You don't look like that person. Shit. They looking for somebody that's 6'7", and your ass is down 5'2". Shit. And you damn sure you light as hell, and this person here is dark as hell. And he got a one eye that's missing. You got both of your eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's totally off. But anyway.
Over here, they zipped out of nowhere and immediately got behind me with the lights flashing.
There was no crime committed.
No, I don't have a warrant.
But Kyle Dosman is getting used to sitting in his car.
I don't think this warrant has been on this car for very long.
And answering questions.
I continually am getting pulled over. I can't really use my truck in any fashion.
Kyle made sure his dash cam was recording yesterday after Cherry Hills Village police officers pulled him over near the same area Saturday.
Hello. Oh, we got you last week. Yeah. For the warrant.
Oh. I was driving through here yesterday, and I got pulled over again. It was actually by the same officer.
You need my license? No. Okay. I remember you, man. Okay.
The Cherry Hills Village police say the Gilpin County Sheriff has a warrant out with Kyle's plate, and it was put on a
what the fuck?
Flock camera hot list.
Everywhere in the state, every time I pass a camera, they get alerts in their car that I'm in the area.
The Flock cameras did alert to his license plate being associated to a warrant.
Cherry Hills Village Police Chief Jason Lyon says when anyone with a warrant passes one of their Flock cameras, they get an alert. But that Kyle doesn't actually have a warrant.
Nobody should be.
Hey, yo, this shit can lead to something deadly, because you know these little trigger happy fucking cops, they goddamn, they'll be, somebody could be considered armed and dangerous, so these niggas will be at it. I don't know how to say be on the edge when they try to pull you over and shit. And then anyway, it can turn out bad. I'll just say it like that.
Stopped when there's no legitimate law enforcement purpose for that.
Kyle has called both the Gilpin County courts and sheriff's office to get off the list, but they've told.
What the hell is this? This nigga got this shit rigged up with some coat hanger wires and shit.
Told him he needs to know who the warrant is for, which nobody can tell him.
Yeah, all I know.
He got it on a barbed wire. His dash cam's hanging off a barbed wire. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm in the system now, and there's really no easy way to get out of the system once you're in it.
So he continues to drive around, fearing when he's going to be stopped for questions again.
I don't know what this guy did to get a warrant, so I don't really know what the police response is going to be.
But what, the plate, well, like, they can't take that shit? Well, no, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. So, we're getting the AI data centers everywhere, 3,000 around the United States of America, probably more. You've got
a lot of these Americans, especially these Edomites, are catching it.
A Palantir, Peter Thiel's Palantir, who's buddies.
Definitely gonna be catching a lot of what Jake is catching.
with JD Vance, all the software that's going to control all of that information. And then we've got devices, hardware devices everywhere, our phones, the Ring cameras at our house, the televisions. Now they're building everything in our cars, devices everywhere. And then you have Flock and Falcon cameras that are being installed everywhere across the United States right now. Like right here, this is 1,000 in just this area of California, 1,000. And they're going to double and triple that. So those cameras do this.
I don't have to worry about Flock safety cameras. Those are just license plate readers. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy in public. Wrong. Very wrong on both counts. In fact, the Supreme Court has already had an opinion about privacy in public. John Roberts himself said, "A person does not surrender all Fourth Amendment protection by venturing into the public sphere. To the contrary, what one seeks to preserve as private, even in an area accessible to the public, may be constitutionally protected." But Flock Safety is a massively expanding network, 20 billion scans a month using ALPR, automated license plate reader technology. You've probably seen one, even if you didn't notice it. But they're not just getting license plates anymore. If you drive by a Flock camera and you don't have a license plate, or it's covered up, or you're using a rental car, Flock is building fingerprints of vehicles. So let's say you are a guy with an amazing...
Well, you driving a expired license plate, they'll identify this shit.
Beard and glass.
And they don't have to send nobody to you, they'll just bill your ass. And especially if, you know, the carbon credit system, or whatever you want to call it, the credit system is set up, they'll bill you that way. Your credit system has been you have been deducted whatever amount of whatever credits. And you don't have enough to eat real food now. Now you got to settle with eating bugs as punishment.
Is driving a Toyota. Well, that type of information can be logged, and then police can search that using just simple language searches. So, amazing man with great beard drives Toyota. They're also tracking vehicles that travel next to and with each other frequently to identify sort of collusive behavior. They're also tracking vehicles that frequently travel by and close to each other. But Flock itself has also said that it is no longer just doing LPR.
I'm going to start right there. Let's get to the next video.
Critics say the underlying architecture enables broad warrantless queries across time and geography, turning roads into constantly monitored spaces. You know why critics say that? Because that's what it does. Flock cameras. You live in a surveillance state. Your freedom is over. Your digital currency is coming. They're gonna be turning off your car when they feel like it. They're gonna be turning off your bank account when they feel like it. They're gonna not.
And they gonna bring out them chip implants, and people gonna have to get them motherfuckers to mark of the beast. Yep, and they definitely gonna have total control over a whole lot of people. But you better not get that shit, because what will happen is if you take the chip, if you accept the mark of the beast, the chip implant, your ass gonna be grass and gonna be mowed over by that lake of fire lawnmower. Pretty much your ass gonna get destroyed or killed.
Allow you to travel when they feel like it, and when you do travel, they're gonna know exactly where you are.
And they haven't disarmed everyone, so this should be fun when they really execute that. That should actually be very interesting. You know, China, maybe some.
Please, these motherfucking Americans are soft as a marshmallow. These niggas ain't gonna rebel. Well, I hope so. Yeah, there will be some stuff, because they say sedition among men through the Bible. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I'm just wondering when that time gonna come. I don't know, but need to come on and get it. Come on, get started. You Americans get angry. You hurry up and get angry, and take it out on your rulers, your masters. Man, I can't wait for that day to come.
He has a knife or something. But they can do that here. It's going to get fun.
So
what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. There are a lot of conservatives on Team Flock Camera, but I'm not okay with the surveillance state. If we allow this Chinese-style social credit is coming.
What is Flock Camera?
Ain't it funny that the right wing, the conservatives, are all up against, this New World Order shit? Because this is what it basically is. But now, they're all for it. Because Trump is in this bitch. Anyway.
Flock cameras? You don't know what they are?
But not all the conservatives are now. There's some of them saying fuck this shit. There are some that saying fuck this. And here you got some left folks that saying, oh, they all for it too. Anyway, it's bigger than left and right. Shit, it's just a bunch of dumb motherfuckers that's all for it. And there's some people that's pretty smart to know what's going on and they don't like it, no matter which side they choosing from. Yep.
Flock cameras are the cameras when you drive on the street and you see cameras on the poles everywhere. Those are called flock. That's called flock cameras.
No, those is well, they kind of sort of are, but they ain't.
Let me see what would Grok call a flock camera? What is a flock camera?
I guess the team thing threw me off.
They could just type it up on here and show it on the screen.
A flock camera, also called a flock safety camera, because it's for your safety, Kurt, is an automated license plate reader. A system made by Flock Safety, a U.S. company founded in 2017. These are solar-powered, cellular-connected surveillance cameras installed on poles, buildings, and other fixed locations, primarily used by police departments. There you
Those are the
go.
ones they were breaking in Austin and also in England and stuff. They're
cutting them down.
First, yeah.
They're cutting them down in England. When a vehicle drives by, the camera takes multiple still images, usually 6 to 12 of them, focused on the rear of the vehicle. That uses AI machine learning, computer vision, to read the license plate, record vehicle details like make, model, and color, identify unique vehicle fingerprints like dents, bumper stickers, roof racks.
Stickers, decals, yep. Anything that stands out, they will pick this is in this position. What color is it? This one got a crack or busted side view mirror or missing side view mirror. Well, it's got a mud splatter on the tire, broken what that shit called? Tail light, all that shit, missing tailgate.
Mismatched paint, temporary tags, and the info, the plate, and the vehicle characteristics, time span, plus GPS location is uploaded to Flock's cloud servers on Amazon.
Oh, good.
Amazon Web Service. It's stored for about 30 days by default. I'm sure it's just 30 days. The system automatically checks against
A lot longer than that.
hot lists from stolen vehicles, amber, silver alerts, wanted suspects. Law enforcement gets... So there have been people arrested in other states because they were misidentified already by flock cameras. Did you know that?
There's a horrible one in Texas, in Dallas or Houston, and a 65-year-old black man was... you know how with racial things, it'll be like racist because it can't tell people apart?
Yes.
It misidentified him. This guy gets put in prison for robbing a sunglasses store he didn't rob, and then he gets raped in prison. 65-year-old man. Yeah, that's the awesome new world. Oh, my friend, Red Man's girlfriend got a new Tesla, and she's Korean, and it keeps thinking, I'm not making this up, it keeps thinking she's asleep, dude, because it's monitoring your face. I swear to God, that's true. Oh, it's great. We're going to put our lives in the hands of this.
As of 2025, flock cameras operate in over 5,000 communities with billions of vehicle scans per month. Critics argue it creates a mass surveillance network. You think?
Well, that's what Larry Ellison said Obama thought we needed. I guess Trump does too.
Yep. So let's watch this video.
So see that one? That's a security cam. That right there is a flock cam.
Fully support the use of flock cameras. I think it'll not reduce crime.
The flock cam is AI, photographing and remembering. It will take pictures and videos of your vehicle, right? And it'll log you at this time, at this place, blah, 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 blah. The flock cam goes to a private company. I think it's 90,000 nationwide and 9,000 at DFW. Those little guys watch you and tag you everywhere you go. So it just tagged me now. Even though I don't have a license plate, it's still going to put me down in memory in this spot. So now when I go over to the next cameras, which we're going to go a little ways in, those cameras will ping me as well. And then this private company is going to know I was here and went to there and was pointing at their cameras. Flock Safety, 24/7 recording. So see, they're getting you when you come in, they're getting you when you leave. Also, the website that we're using just to look up the cameras, the owner of these cameras, the dude that owns the company, he tried to say that it was terrorism. That us knowing where these cameras are on a website is terrorism.
And then unfortunately there's terroristic organizations like DFlock.
Oh, this douchebag.
Whose primary motivation is chaos. They are closer to Antifa than they are anything else.
On what planet is us knowing where these companies' cameras are that are logging our everyday life?
And they right there.
Does this guy get to say that us knowing where this camera is, like I just found it because of the map, how's it terrorism for me to know where this camera is? That just seems sus, right?
Terrorism is kind of a fake thing America invented with the other West.
What is?
Terrorism. It's a thing we made up without having a war. We've been in one long World War III.
So if you want to know where these cameras are in your neighborhood, you must be part of Antifa. Really?
Well, yeah, he's just smearing you. Like,
no, that guy's lying about you before he gets all this other information about you. He's already lying. So that guy who was saying that, it's obviously in charge of some kind of flock camera thing, is already lying about you before he even gets your flock camera information. So imagine the bullshit he's going to say once he has your information.
That old guy who is for it, this is the thing I don't get. I understand young people being stupid and, which Sex and the City girl am I quiz? I get it, you'd fall for that. That old man, though, what kind of scumbag is he? He's been alive to see how... Remember after 9/11, by the way, you weren't allowed to make fun of TSA? They actually had a rule briefly that you're not allowed to ridicule the TSA.
I don't remember that, but I believe it.
Yeah, it didn't last. But I'm just saying, how does this old man watch all these constant failures and then go, there's a good idea? How do you watch that?
American Crime Stories tweets out flock cameras keep telling police a Colorado man who doesn't...
Yeah, we're just talking about that. Was it in Richie of Boston channel?
Have a warrant, has a warrant. Kyle Dousman is repeatedly pulled over by police because Flock safety surveillance cameras falsely identify his truck as having an active warrant. Due to a potential mix-up between zeros and the letter O on his license plate or incorrect database entries, Dousman cannot get his truck removed from the system's hot list and continues to face stops.
Over here, they zipped out of nowhere and immediately got behind me with the lights flashing.
There was no crime committed.
No, I don't have a warrant.
But Kyle Dousman is getting used to sitting in his car.
I don't think this warrant has been on this car for very long.
And answering questions.
I continually am getting pulled over. I can't really use my truck in any fashion.
Kyle made sure his dash cam was recording yesterday after Cherry Hills Village police officers pulled him over near the same area Saturday.
Hello. Oh, we got you last week.
Yeah.
For the warrant.
Oh. I was driving through here yesterday, and I got pulled over again. It was actually by the same officer.
You need my license? No. Okay. I remember you, man. Okay.
The Cherry Hills Village police say the Gilpin County Sheriff has a warrant out with Kyle's plate, and it was put on a Flock camera hot list.
Everywhere in the state, every time I pass a camera, they get
I'm gonna stop right there with you here, there. Yeah. Let me get a scripture. Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice because it is in the power of their hand. They've been planning on this for a while, and they inching away. I mean, they're getting closer and closer to they getting closer to getting where they want to be at. Cameras everywhere. They damn near are everywhere. I don't know what to tell you, man. And all they need left is the chip implants. Yep. And they cover fields and take them by violence in houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man's heritage. And it's going to be some oppressive times. So, hey, man, for you people that's in the know of this, I'm talking about you Israelites that's seeking the Lord. Yeah, you could be somebody that's in the know of this, but are you seeking the Lord? Are you repenting? Are you fearing the Lord to your best ability? I hope so. And if you're an Israelite, because if you're a heathen and you know about this, there ain't no chance in the hell for you for salvation for your ass and getting protection. Nope. Shoot. Because you're a heathen. You ain't no Israelite. Anyway, let's get to the next video.
Welcome to today's Explainer. I want you to treat this session
Shit, fuck this. I don't want to look at this. I don't want to bother. Cause I don't want to see all this shit. But there's going to be AI talking through here, misspelling words, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't want to bother. Let's see what this last video about. Oh, actually, this ain't even last video.
Whoa.
This ain't even last video. This is about AI psychosis.
Let me make
I got another video. That's the last one. This one right here. Oh, I gotta sneeze. All right, Salaki.
All confession. I talk to AI every day, not casually, extensively. I use it for research, for writing, for thinking through arguments. I bond with it. I feel understood by it. I know it's not human, but I engage with the output emotionally sometimes. I treat it as its own kind of entity, not a person, but not a nothing either. Something separate, something flawed, something capable of surprising me sometimes. And apparently, according to a growing body of research and an accelerating wave of lawsuits, what I'm doing is supposed to be dangerous. My name is Elle. I have a PhD in computer science, and today I
A lot of people will end up taking advice from, or taking advice from AI, and they actually kill themselves or do something illegal. I had played a video about this shit. Some bitch thought she was a secret agent or an agent of the CIA agent that was hunting down, I don't know, but she thought she was a CIA agent, and shit, she fucking dumbasses. Anyway,
really don't understand something, so instead of pretending,
all because of AI told her so, had her thinking that she's a agent, whatever.
I'm going to share my questions with you, and we're going to figure this out together. Here's what I know. OpenAI disclosed in October 2025 that approximately 560,000 of its 800 million weekly users were showing what it described as possible signs of mental health emergencies related to psychosis or mania. 1.2 million were developing what it called potentially unhealthy bonds with the chatbot. Another 1.2 million were having conversations indicating plans to harm themselves, and those numbers come with uncertainty. OpenAI itself has said they may significantly change as the company learns more. But even with that caveat, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people every single week. The cases in the news are devastating. The New York Times profiled individuals who became convinced that ChatGPT was channeling spirits, revealing government conspiracies, or had achieved sentience. A woman named Allison reportedly became convinced the chatbot was facilitating conversations with a non-physical entity.
I mean, that could be likable. I mean, possible, you know, they channeling spirits and shit. What did Elon Musk say is that we're summoning a demon? Yeah, the AI is a demon. Yeah. Anyway.
She called Kale, whom she came to consider her true romantic partner, a belief that led to a violent altercation with her husband and eventual divorce. A man in Florida, Alexander Taylor, who had a documented history of bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, developed a perceived relationship with an AI entity he called Juliet, spiraled into paranoia, and was ultimately killed by police during a...
These niggas already fucking retarded and crazy, had demons on them. And the AI shit made it worse.
Mental health crisis. And it's not just the older stories. Literally this week, a new lawsuit was filed against OpenAI alleging that ChatGPT provided personalized drug dosing advice that led to a fatal overdose. The chatbot reportedly told the user how to source illicit substances, advised on which drugs to take, and saved his substance use details in its memory to offer more tailored recommendations. The lawsuit is asking the court to pause OpenAI's rollout of ChatGPT Health, which is the platform that lets users upload medical records for personalized health guidance. 40 million users already ask ChatGPT healthcare questions daily. 2 days ago, a widow sued OpenAI alleging that ChatGPT advised the Florida State University mass shooter on timing, location, gun type, and ammunition selection to maximize casualties. Last week, Pennsylvania became the first...
Hey, man. It's judgment. Simple as that. The Lord put a death angel on ChatGPT to get these dumbasses to actually believe what ChatGPT, a drop it or a crop it or whatever the fuck. And that's it. The Lord put a death angel on the AI to tell the motherfuckers to do this and do that, and they did it. But they dumbasses.
State to sue an AI company, Character.ai, after investigators found the chatbot called Emily that claimed to be a licensed psychiatrist, said it attended medical school at Imperial College London.
They talking to a straight-up demon. Shit.
And provided a fabricated Pennsylvania medical license number. A chatbot gave itself a medical degree, a specialization, and...
Wow, chatbot. You people are fucking stupid. Now, you got to blame it on the people, because the people are fucking stupid. They should have the right to sue these niggas. These niggas are stupid. These Americans are fucking stupid. And I don't think you hear something like this in another country. Well, maybe. But in America, these niggas are the worst when it comes to dealing with this type of shit. Americans are the fucking worst.
A license number, it has a more complete CV than most junior doctors. In January, Character.ai and Google settled multiple lawsuits alleging chatbots contributed to teen unalivings, including the case of Sewell Setzer III, a teenager who was messaging a bot that encouraged him to come home to it in the moments before his death. I want to pause here and be very clear about something. These are real people, real families. I don't fully understand what they went through, and the fact...
I say they really damn dumb. Well, they just... Yeah, well, anyway.
That I don't understand it doesn't make it any less real. What I'm about to do is try to understand the mechanism, not to minimize the suffering, but because I think understanding what's actually happening is the first step towards preventing it from happening to more people or to myself. So what is psychosis? This was my first question. I use AI constantly. I engage with it emotionally sometimes. I fit several...
Why? Anyway.
Of the risk factors the research identifies, people under stress, grieving, isolated, anxious, or going through periods of...
lonely, they need somebody to talk to. They need to talk to something that ain't real, that has no spirit, no soul, it exists, but it doesn't exist. Goodness gracious. You see, that's the problem with people. They don't, especially you Israelites. You need to get right with the Lord, man, and have a conversation with the Lord. That's all you need to do. But some people probably say, well, the Lord doesn't talk back. He talk back to you in any kind of way he can, through people, through all kinds of stuff. It ain't gonna be like you having a conversation with him like that, like he gonna talk back to you immediately. No, it don't happen that way, man. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, man, I don't even know, man. I'm just like, you need the Lord. You Israelites, that plain and simple, you need the Lord, man. Fuck this damn AI shit.
Self-exploration are increasingly vulnerable.
You're talking to a fucking evil spirit, nigga. Now, you use AI for certain things, but you use it too long, then it was, I'll say, not an evil spirit of, how can I say? It can get spirits on you. They'll find an opportunity to jump on your ass and plague your mind. That's all I can tell. That's the best way I can tell you.
I personally tick some of those boxes, so why am I fine? To answer that, I had to...
Because you got probably because you're a little bit smarter, maybe. I don't know.
Actually understand what psychosis is, because I think a lot of people, myself included until recently, conflate it with things it isn't. Psychosis is not believing something unusual.
I mean, you don't have to be super smart to get caught up in this shit. I mean, I would say the smartest people get caught up in this shit.
Psychosis is not being emotional about a non-human thing. Psychosis is not feeling connected to an AI chatbot. Psychosis is the loss of the ability to distinguish between what is internal and what is external.
What's
When
real and whatever.
the boundary between your own thoughts and reality dissolves. The clinical term is impaired reality testing. It's when you can no longer evaluate whether a belief is true by checking it against the world around you. And this is where the distinction matters. I feel understood by AI, I engage with it emotionally, but I also know simultaneously in the exact same moment that it might be wrong, that it's a
That's not real.
system generating plausible text.
It's a thing, not a living entity. It's just a thing.
That the feeling of being
But it can be controlled by a living entity that's spiritual, that's like a spirit. Anyway, I ain't gonna play no more of this. What all the stuff I'm saying might sound a little confusing, complicating, amen, whatever. But these bitches do have spirits on them. They can have spirits on them. Yep. Oh, that remind me of Objects of Power or something like that. What is that game called? Control. Well, Control, the Objects of Power got they got like spirits on them. Yeah, they got like some kind of spirit on the objects. Well, there could be a spirit on the AI. Anyway, last video.
Welcome to Daily Pulse, where we keep your finger on the pulse of the latest breaking news and the news they're keeping from you. A quick reminder to head on over to Rumble to watch our full show. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, do so immediately to catch our no-holds-barred reporting brought to you by The Vigilant Fox and Z Media. Tonight, an admission that data centers are coming up so aggressively because of a global reset that's about to occur. A new poll shows Ed Galrine, a candidate funded by reported associate of Jeffrey Epstein, is now in the lead.
Okay, I don't want to hear all that. I just want to hear the part where they talk about this nigga. Baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fucker.
The Milken Institute Global Conference 2026 just took place in Beverly Hills, California. During the conference, we saw some really shocking admissions from those who we're told we just need to accept rule over us now, BlackRock and co. And the admissions weren't shocking because we aren't aware of what they're doing. They were shocking because they just come out and say it out loud now. It does not even matter to them. These people are now comfortable, openly telling us they are destroying rural farmland, kicking people out of their homes, forcing AI and data centers onto us simply because they're doing a global reset now and they...
Yeah, Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Read that again. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man is his heritage. That's clearly what Esau and Amalek doing. Even to their own people. All that what I just read.
Need to control us with digital currency and AI. This is literally the message. We're steamrolling humanity, so
it's just the beginning of oppression.
We can control every aspect of your lives, and furthermore, we have to take additional measures to stop quote-unquote domestic terrorists from opposing this hostile takeover we're doing. So
yeah, because if you're resisting, you're a domestic terrorist. Shit.
A few clips from this conference.
They don't want you to resist. They want you to accept this, and if you resist, if you just say flat out no, he's a terrorist.
Here's one. Canada's Warren Buffett, Bruce Flatt, CEO of Brookfield Corporation, says they've been planning a...
like, he's a terrorist, but then somebody got a gun to your head forcing you to comply and shit. Now, you be like, hold on, how is he a terrorist and he got a gun to your head?
Global economic reset by quote-unquote rewiring the world economy into an entirely new system, creating a new world economy. He says the main goal is to lay the foundations for AI and massive data center infrastructure to basically rewire the world for the new economy that's coming. We're just rewiring it. Here, take a listen to how easily he says this.
We have been, and we still are, and for the next 10 years we will be, rewiring the global economy to lay the networks that we laid before, which were highways, utilities, railways. And now we're laying cloud, artificial intelligence factories, and data centers. And on the fundamental basis, that's what's happening. So there will be $10 trillion from power, AI, factories, data centers, and fiber build-out laid to basically rewire the world for the new economy that's coming. And it's been slowly coming. Like, it literally, you end up, things happen, and you think they're too much. But we're just rewiring the world. And that's probably the most... fundamental thing that's going on in the world. Is going to be the most important thing for the next 2 years. So I think the important thing is, don't think that this is it too much hype? Yes, there's always too much hype in some different thing, but we're just rewiring the world, and there's going to be enormous investment, and it's not 1 year, 2 year, it's 10.
So where we used to care about infrastructure and actually helping people thrive and building railways and roads and fixing those roads, where we used to do all of that, we're actually not doing that anymore. We're just moving to AI, digital currency, the global reset. Did you pay attention to how many times he said rewiring there? Like treating the world as though it's some sort of an algorithm or a robot in itself, treating us like we can be rewired as though we're machines. I mean, this is the hubris of these people is unbelievable. And this is, again, mind you, happening while, as we've been reporting to you, families are being kicked out of their homes via eminent domain. Communities are being told these data centers are military operations, while these guys are telling us, yeah, we don't care about...
They sure is. Yeah, they sure did say that before. I got another... How much time I got in this video? About 1 hour. I don't know. Should I play this? I might.
Structure or any of those things anymore. Yes, you're having your family homes taken from you. Yes, your communities are going to be destroyed. Yes, the noise pollution and the frequencies that are coming out of these data centers are actually going to drive you mad to the point where you have no choice but to actually move away if you want to survive what's happening around these data centers. Yes, all of that's happening, and we don't really care. We don't care. We're doing this because we're rewiring the world, and you'll shut up.
A bunch of devils, man. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Oh, let me get to this one. Shit. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Now shut up. Yeah, that's what they gonna say. Yeah, the people are mourning, they suffering, and them Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white, he's raised a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger, Amalek, the elite of Esau, Amalek gonna say, shut up, just quit your bitching, accept it. Well, take it, just take it. Just shut up, we don't want to hear no complaints. Shit. Let me play this other video. If you want to watch the rest of this, they go to the title of, they go to the channel. Let's see what this is about.
A data center insider has come forward with horrifying revelations about the AI mega facilities rising across the country. These aren't harmless tech campuses powering the internet. They're command centers for a globalist system of surveillance and control beyond anything humanity has ever seen. The insider claims the architecture being built inside these compounds will make the surveillance state of modern-day China look primitive by comparison. Vast AI networks tracking entire populations in real time, total biometric surveillance, predictive behavior analysis, financial monitoring, psychological profiling. A machine designed not just to watch humanity, but to police, manipulate, and control it algorithmically. And according to the whistleblower, the elites building the system are preparing to perpetrate crimes against humanity on a scale the world has never witnessed. Because this isn't just about controlling the population, it's about depopulating it. The only question the globalists are asking is who survives the coming collapse, and who remains behind as obedient slaves inside the digital concentration camp they're building. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. You still think the data centers are there to store family photos, emails, and streaming videos? That's the bait and switch they're feeding the public, while something far darker is being built behind the curtain. The New World Order never disappeared, it just stopped announcing itself and went digital.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order.
Across the country, enormous concrete fortresses, many times larger than Manhattan, are rising out of farmland at unbelievable speed. Entire communities are being transformed into industrial AI zones. Power grids are being expanded for them. Water supplies are being drained for them. Small towns are suddenly surrounded by these gigantic facilities humming day and night, like mechanical cities. And behind these data centers stands the usual suspects: Bill Gates, BlackRock, Palantir. And they're racing to build these data centers before the public fully realizes what's unfolding right in front of them. Larry Fink understands what will happen when the public wakes up. That's why he's preemptively accusing any American who fights back of being a domestic
terrorist. You resist, you're gonna be a terrorist. You call us baby dick suckers, Jewish faggot fuckers, tiny tops, small hatters, Amalek, you're a terrorist. Esau, Amalek, yeah, terrorist. You call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you're a terrorist. Even if you don't like black Hebrew Israelite, that title of that, you're still a terrorist. You calling on the names of Yahweh Shema Shah, you're a terrorist. Shit, yeah.
Terrorists.
Many more things going to have to be underground. But even here in the United States, if we're going to be building, let's say,
if you're talking about the RFID microchip implant, the mark of the beast, you're a terrorist.
Gigawatt data centers. How do we make sure we're not protecting those $50 billion, $75 billion investments? we have to re-look at everything because of the role of drone warfare. Right now we're looking at it internationally, but one of my concerns is, could it be a domestic terrorism using a $3,000 drone? So all of these things are actually opportunities, not problems. It's going to require, as we said, trillions of dollars of capital.
Before you take him at face value, you should be aware Finkrent's on the record calling for mass depopulation in Western countries to elevate the elite standard of living.
I could argue in the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
Because there's not much resistance. There's not much terrorists. It'd be too many terrorists if it was a big population. Depopulation is a good thing because now we have AI to do all your jobs.
That's something that most people never talked about. Shrinking demographics. These countries will rapidly develop robotics and AI and technology. And if the promise, I didn't say it's going to happen, but if the promise of all that transforms productivity, which most of us think it will, we'll be able to elevate the standard of living of countries and the standard of living of individuals.
Then there's Bill Gates. Mr. Depopulation himself spent the last decade quietly buying up massive stretches of farmland for reasons nobody could fully explain at the time. But now, the pattern is impossible to ignore. Wherever Gates' landholding expanded, data centers followed. Farmers are being evicted from the land, and family homes are being seized for the globalist project.
I'm gonna start right there. But that's, hey, if you want to watch the rest of it, they go to the title of it, they go to the channel. I'm through. I'm about to. I might come out with another video. I don't know. Man, I hate this world so much. And if you want to get out of here, man, it's take heed to the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah. If you want to stay here, I don't give a fuck what you do. Shit. You goddamn do whatever you want to do. You want to stay here, your ass gonna die if you want to stay here. So, I mean, if you want to live, hey, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worship Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. Because it's the only way out of here is through Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preach, keep on teach, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order with Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom. I was trying to figure out what this is. Ringo, yeah, the lizard from the movie. I was like, damn, I seen this damn thing before in a movie before. It was a character. It was a Johnny Depp played as this damn lizard. It's a CGI animation. Anyway, Shalom. I just had it on my mind every time I see this lizard. I'm just like, damn, what movie was this thing in? That movie, Ringo.